The latest abuse scandal to hit the Roman Catholic Church suggests that clergy in France may have sexually abused children on an unprecedented scale for 70 years. An estimated 216,000 children until as late as 2016. The revelations came from an independent inquiry by the Church, which released its findings on Tuesday. It reports that since the 1950s, there have been about 2,900 to 3,200 suspected paedophiles in the French Church, and the number of victims may rise to 330,000 people when including abuse by members of the Church who are not clergy. Most of the victims were boys aged between 10 and 13. Jean-Marc Sauvé, who led the investigation, said the findings are damning and that the Church sometimes knowingly put children in touch with predators.
Un point majeur qu'il faut souligner, c'est
a major point that must be underlined is that until the early 2000s, deep, total and even cruel indifference for years. The victims are not believed, are not listened to. When they are listened to, they are considered to have perhaps contributed to what they had happened to them.
Quand elles sont entendues qu'elles ont peu ou prou contribué à ce qui leur est arrivé.
Olivier Savignac is the head of the Victims Association Speak Out and Live Again, which contributed to the report. He was himself abused as a child.
That's one abuser per 70 victims. That's huge. So the hierarchy could not have ignored those figures. They were aware of everything.
The inquiry says the French Church didn't take serious steps to address the issue until 2015 or 2016. The commission started in 2018 after Pope Francis demanded clergy wipe out the sexual abuse of minors. The president of the Bishops' Conference of France, Éric de Moulin-Beaufort, has asked for forgiveness. In a statement released by the Vatican, Pope Francis expressed his sorrow at the findings in the investigation, but praised his victims for their courage.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to YAHAWAH, BaHaSHam, YAHAWASHI, BaHaSHam, RAWCHAA, QADASH, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone. Also, sincere shalom to you other elders, you brethren, you followers of the truth, and mainly let me say shalom to the elect. Anyway, okay, I want to go in this video that was shared to me. Actually, when I met the brother online, I didn't know what his intentions was, but this is what happens with the communication of texting. But the brother's solid, seems to be solid. But his channel is Shapa of the 12, and I really wanted to go in on this video. I think it was interesting. It's titled 330K kids molested by priests and nuns. Where's the outrage? And this kind of video, okay, is what we expose, okay? This is what we expose, and this is what needs to be exposed. And we push forth. Oh, and I want to ask, where's Vocab Malone? This is all a part of Christianity, and it's not just the Roman Catholic Church. In fact, it's the stems of it. I mean, the offshoots of it. All your Christian churches or your rundown communities. Oh yeah, they're doing it too. Okay, and so whenever you see a number that's 330,000, you could probably times that by something else, you know. So this is our job is to expose the wickedness. Okay. Again, this is, I don't know who this brother is, but I checked out the channel and it seems to have good content dealing with the truth. Okay, so hey, I'll go with it. And the information is there. You know, the scriptures are coming out. You know. Anyway, let me see here. Just want to make sure I'm on point. Okay, anyway, I want to get some scriptures on that. And they said, of course, that this is, as I said, only a few. You know, it's got to be more than a few. 200,000, let me say that. And you got to know it is still going on. And what they're trying to do is stop it from happening, but it's too many channels and links inside that administration that allows it. And then you have offshoots of who's those people? The Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. You know, damn near everybody's molested at some point or another in this society, man. You know? Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And you know, the new Babylon, what you see here today, is set up as the forefront. And it's through the Babylon, okay, through Babylonian worship, everything is getting exposed because everybody follows the ideology and the practices of Babylon. So it's all getting exposed. Okay? It's all getting exposed. Let's go to Luke. Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known to come abroad. Right? So the Most High is using his men. Even though other sources are bringing it out, we further spread it through the truth, through the our belief system, so to speak, through the, what you want to call the community, so to speak. Okay? So we're bringing out the truth of this wickedness. And you got to know they've been doing this a long time. And then you got to ask yourself, how many times have they went back and forth with these scandals? And they even admitted that they send the children to these pedos. You know, they send them to them. So it's higher than these the top men in the Roman Catholic community, and some of them may be sincere, but they're not going to stop that, man. And you know what's going to happen? People are going to still pour their children, go in there to give them a better way of life. 9 times out of 10, it'd be the parents' fault. The children don't know. It's not their fault. It's the parents not being aware and wise enough to know where to send their children. Not doing any research, but they trust in oppression. Okay? They trust in oppression. Let's go to Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. They call us Israelites as evil. We are a cult, a hate group, right? And they're using crucifixes to rape young women or girls, young women, however you want to call it. They're using crucifixes to do so. This is sick. You know? This is purely sick. Okay, it goes on to say that put darkness for light and light for darkness. So everybody calls this church and this practice, this religion that you see, they call it good. But destruction, woe means destruction to you that call evil good. And they'll continue. They'll be sitting on the Pope's lap. And I'm not going to go into the rest of the details, but you know how it goes. No different than Santa Claus sitting up there in his red and white. He's nothing but an overweight Pope sitting there doing the same damn thing in your malls. You're nothing but some form of meat, you know, to these pedos, man. Just like those Olympic medalists, Simone Biles and Michaela Maroney and various others, that these pedos, they put their hands on them, right, at such a young age. And you have to understand, we understand what happened in the Bible, but a 10 and 11-year-old young lady or girl, they don't know what's going on, man. They haven't been groomed to know what the hell is going on. And they put them in these little bathing suits. That's what they call them, bathing suits. Basically, they're panties. And then you stick them in front of a pedo, a pedo. In fact, you take a very young woman, who's a 14, 15 years old, who's shapely, because she is grown about then, pretty much, she can kind of entice most men, okay? But men of us at this point who have understanding, we wouldn't do that, because we understand that their mindset is not right like in the ancient times. There's no way we could stand there in a 12 or 13-year-old in a bathing suit and then start fondling on them and shit, But this is what happens. But they call it evil. They call good evil and evil good. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle with strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward. So these people do these things, and you know what they do? They'll take their head out of power. They'll get the Boy Scout. They'll take him out of power. And because of the funding, they can't get many people to do this job. They'll take one PDO and they'll move him into another sector, right? And they'll switch him and flip him back and forth, and it'd be pretty much a different face, but the same circumstance, Which justify the wicked for reward and take away righteousness of the righteous from him. And this is the wickedness of what you see, man. They love Babylon. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to put commercials. They're going to advertise. Big Santa going to sit there, and do the same damn thing, But this is why we expose this stuff and bring it to light. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. The brother sent me the clip on that, so I think it was a good video. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.